Hi Aries, welcome to your reading. Hope you all have been well since the last one. As I shuffle the cards, if you want to meet your spirit guides, I put together a free meditation to take you on a journey to the Temple of the Masters so that you can do just that. I'll link to that in the comments. You'll just have to click the link, enter your name and email, and I'll get that sent straight to your inbox just as a free gift. All right, I'm gonna sneakity peek a little bit to the very end of the reading. You're on your path. Whatever it is you're manifesting, you're on your path, you're on your way. It's a 7 of Earth, seeds are well planted. You just gotta let the tree have time to grow. So you're out of waiting period. But in terms of the basis of what you're going through right now, the theme, the soul level lesson, oh wow, you're really learning how to be like a team player. Um, Definitely a team player in relationships. And it's like right now, okay, that makes sense why you're the 7 of the Earth, not the 10 of Earth. Right now, you're really going through this lesson of balancing. Is this when I need to speak up for myself? Is this something that I just need to let go? Is this where I need to insist that this is a need of mine, not just a want? Oh, is this where I need to listen to them? So you're just really trying to become be that team player, but definitely not in that over eager, over a pleasing way. Um, and what's crossing is the Queen of Earth. It's you definitely want to be a team player, but not in a way where it requires any sacrifice out of yourself. Um, okay, and underneath all of that, why that's coming up, you got the 5 of Earth. Oh, it looks like you're a little afraid in relationships of being a little financially generous. And it is finance cards, okay? It doesn't have to be finance though. Um, that, oh, you need a ride tomorrow? I can give you a ride. It's okay. I'll get ready early in the morning. I'm organized. I can definitely take you to the doctor's point in the morning. You don't want to be that over eager to solve other people's problems if it's not inbound back to you too. So it is that whole balancing of even if we don't give the exact same way to a relationship, you still want to feel that reciprocal energy, that both people's energies are going towards the same thing. Um, yeah, and you just definitely don't you don't want someone, you just want to be taken advantage of. And it's not even taken advantage of. You just don't want to be that person who over eager to give. So it's like you've had the moment where you're oh, that person didn't take advantage of me. I kept volunteering to do that, you know? So you just want to make sure to not do that again. That's why you're really practicing balance and reciprocal energy. Yeah, in terms of the recent past, well, let me just do recent past, current energy. Okay, so what does Aries need to hear about their recent past? It looks like you just want to be done with the days of impulsivity, of okay, let's give this a shot. Okay, let's give this a go. Um, and it does look like there was something. I don't think this was recent past. I think this was a little bit more medium past. Not far off, but medium past, within the last, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 months. You kind of went gung ho into something that sounded fun, but it ended up being a heartbreak that in the near future, it's you're going to process that it's over. So that's 2 messages for you in your recent past, but you definitely want to be done with that impulsive over giving. I can solve that. I can do that. I can bring that to the table. You're just definitely done with that because you're right now in the now moment, you're going for more balance. Yeah, and it's a whole new journey for you. You got the Fool card. This means you're well, I don't know what that looks like. So I'm starting to recognize that all my relationships in the past, I overgave. All my relationships in the past, I overshared, whatever it might have been. Um, Yeah, look, you got another start card to start with passion, to start with clarity. So you're definitely recognizing I'm ready to go on the journey of a reciprocal feeling relationship. But I don't necessarily think there's an immediate love interest in your energy right now. So I think you're just like this could also just be with friends, or you're just like getting ready to be ready for like the one type of energy. Um, yeah, go into the near future. It's like you're really gonna come to terms with something is over. And I know that you may have like logically in your mind go, no, I know it's over with that person. Um, but you haven't yet felt that like self betrayal, that self abandonment, that, wow, I sacrificed a lot just to keep that relationship going. Or it could be something like, I said yes to a maybe, not the whole shebang, like, so you're gonna feel that moment where you're like, oh my God, that's where I self-abandoned. Like, and I gotta warn you guys a little bit, Aries, because this can be those moments where you like drop on the floor crying, and you just have your good cry moment, and you're likely gonna feel a lot of emotions of loneliness, like, wow, I was so alone, or I was like so kind of desperate for love that I just like agreed to something that I didn't actually want. So it's like you're gonna have that moment, but when you do that, you're like incorporating that part of you that does feel lonely and that does want love, instead of it being like pushed down away like a dirty little secret, or like your shadow side, right? Because if you have a shadow side of you where you're just like, I'm desperate for love, yeah, that's when you're gonna get the crazy people who aren't like fully commitment ready. Um, But when you feel it and incorporate it, like, wow, there is a part of me that, like, I really want love. Do you see how it goes from, like, I want love, I want daily hugs, I want daily communication, I want daily connection, I want that daily encouragement, that daily support. Then you're like operating from a positive point of attraction. But I do think you're gonna have that moment, whether it's like crying, sobbing on the floor, just a moment where you're like, oh my God, this is where I self abandon. I do kind of think that's coming for you, Aries. What else do I need to know about that, though, Spirit? Yeah, it's definitely gonna like, it's gonna be good for you. You got the star. You're gonna feel so much more hopeful after you do kind of have that little step 5 law of attraction moment of processing, low vibes, vibrational contrast. Um, and it's like you're gonna recognize the way that you've been approaching love has been all wrong. So it's like you're gonna be like, oh, this is how to go out and have fun and like be me, because you're really gonna like you're gonna realize your the way you've been approaching love kind of needs to be revised, and you're really just gonna have this like full on clarity moment where you just sink into and you're like, okay, I've got to be me, and not like I've got to be me in a strong way, but in like a, whoa, I now recognize that being me is the best way to attract a partner in, and that's what's going to get me like an even better partner. I don't know, does that make it better? So it's going to be that clarity moment where you're like, whoa, this is how I want to be in a relationship. This is what I want to do. This is the kind of relationship that I want. Um, so it's going to be good for you. Okay, in terms of your personal power is to admit that you actually want love in your life. And not just, yeah, I've got a boyfriend, I've got someone here, but it's like, it's when you allow yourself to like feel their energy in you, and you allow them to feel your energy, and you guys allow both of your energies to like intertwine so you can experience something different that you couldn't experience without another person, to another person specifically like that. Um, and for those of you who don't necessarily have someone in your life, it's more that moment where you're like, I've already admitted I want a boyfriend. Like, I admit it, like you logically have, but you haven't somatically, which means you haven't felt it in your body with like a that breathtaking, awe-inspiring moment where you're like, oh my God, I actually want to be in a relationship. Like, I want to move towards it. That sounds so fun. Sign me up. Sign me. Like, that's what a relationship could be like. I want that. Like that's when you're in default expectation. That's when manifestations come in. That's when you're eager. You're like, oh my God, I want that. Yes. Yes. So like when your contrast comes up when you're with the person, it's like, whoa, this contrast is yucky, but oh, there's so much good. Like, yes, let's keep going. So it's like, and it's where you like feel it and it like vibrates in your whole body. You just haven't somatically yet allowed yourself to feel it that you like do want it. I don't know if that's making it better or worse, guys. Okay, in terms of outside influences, outside influences. Hmm, you're definitely attracting people who are a little bit more confident. I don't think this is like a lover or dates. You're just attracting in people who are just like they're more confident and they're more like at the tip of their tongue willing to state how they feel, more willing to like hear you, receive you, and sometimes immediately apologize, but also sometimes go, I hear you and I see how big the deal is for you. I gotta think on that though. I gotta collect my thoughts on that though before I respond. So just more people who are just a little bit more grounded in their body, willing to be flexible and adaptable for the other person, but then also willing to like hold you accountable if needed. I do think you've got some people who are a little like non-committal, like it's hard to make plans with them. Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, sometime next week. Well, I don't know. Call me at the beginning of the week. Let's see how it goes. So I think that's a little source of frustration for you right now. Okay, so your advice would be when that happens, it's got to be a okay, I'm doing an outreach for who wants to hang out. Okay, guess they don't. Okay, universe, well, I'm still getting fun companions to go out and do things with. If it's not them, then who else is it? I have a best friend in my life who loves doing these kinds of things with me. So it's really like, don't crumble and shut down. Well, they don't want to do it. Now I can't go out. Use it as a, and that's why I'm getting like a best friend in. That's why I'm getting this because I want to be able to go out and easily do these things with them. Um, and honestly, if any lover from your past tries to come back, I don't think it would be a good idea. I do think that however they come towards you, it will be with words and with actions. So if you're gonna do it, especially if you're the female, my advice would be stay in your friend and be like, that sounds so nice. I would love it if that happened between us, and that's where it goes. And then just see how it goes. Don't go, oh my God, he changed, he called me back, and like completely reattach. Because if you kind of do that quick reattachment, we're back together. You're gonna like you're whatever's gonna happen between the two of you, you're gonna want to hermit, and like you can avoid that hermit phase if you just view it as like that feels so good. I feel the same. Yeah, let's spend some time together. Let's see how it can go. Because if you don't get that, if you just stay in that moment and where you enjoy the moment, and this is where I like you're emotionally available. Like, yeah, this feels so fun. I would like and love that too. That sounds amazing. Um, but you're not energetically available. Energetically available is where you like take their energy on and you're like incorporating their day to day in your day to day. So it's like the, oh yeah, hey, I know you had that meeting today, so I wanted to drop off this lunch to you. So you don't want to do that kind of attack. You don't want to do the energetically available stuff where you like, oh, I know this is on their plate today, so let me take care of this and this for them. Let me surprise them with this nice thing. You don't want to do the energetically available stuff. You just want to be like the emotion available stuff and enjoy the high, enjoy the ride, knowing that like it probably will eventually fall, but you're not going to be devastated because you didn't energetically attach. Okay, in terms of your hopes and fears, oh, you poor thing. Your hopes or fears card, you got the it's never going to happen if I don't like clench my fist and stomp my feet enough. Universe, can't you see how much pain I'm in? Can't you see how much I want it? Like you're in that struggle, that balance between like letting that go. The universe is not like your parents, right? When you were a little kid, and now that you're older, you know how much stuff costs. So you do like, wait a second, I bought you a toy last week. You tossed it aside and only played with it for 5 minutes, and that was it. How bad do you want this toy? Like, I had to work an hour to buy that toy for you. How bad do you want it? So you have to like demonstrate to like your parents, like, this is how bad I want it, right? The universe doesn't work that way. The universe responds to your vibe. So if you're like, oh, I want a relationship, you're just gonna like, you're clutching. There's no room for the relationship to come in. So it's like, no, I'm showing you how bad I want it. That's when they're gonna, you'll be at that stage, which is actually a good stage to be at, okay? It just feels frustrating when you're there, where you'll get glimmers of it online, or you'll hear love stories from other people. Um, you'll see happy couples when you're out and about, but it'll be like, but when is it my turn, universe? Because you're like, you're micromanaging your manifestation. You're paying it. It's like watching water drip to fill a whole bucket. It's painful, right? So you're like micromanaging your vibrational changes, and you're like, okay, I'm seeing nothing but happy couples around. I obviously my vibes have changed, which they have. Good job. They have that. You're not noticing the bickering couples. You're noticing the happy couples, right? Um, So you're like, okay, my vibes have changed. Where's my man? But you got to understand the like noticing other happy couples around is a step along the way. It's pretty. I would say it's more than the halfway mark. Oh, I see where you got the Seven of Earth as your outcome. Yeah, I would say it's like step 6 or step 7 if you just notice happy couples around you. If you notice harmonious couples, couples who are planning for the future well together. Um, that means you're in the vibration of like, show me it's possible for someone like me. And you are turning mentally to start thinking that relationships are a good thing. There's a couple more steps though, because then there's a step of like being able to be in front of someone of like your sex of choice, and being able to feel that energy exchange back and forth between the two of you, where like you can receive his energy or her, whatever. Okay, apply whatever sex, gender you want. um, oh, that felt so good when you said that. And you say something back, and you could feel them receive your energy, you know, like that little kind of like ping pong. You have to hit the ball, they have to hit it back. You have to hit the ball, they have to hit it back. Um, like, so there's a step after that, you know? So that's why, like, the more that you can be, your outcome is the Seven of Earth. It's almost as if you're gonna be more in a position of like resigning, like, okay, fine, I get it. I just have to get back to enjoying my life for the fun of it. But instead, if you can get to a place, well, I mean, you're going to get to the same destination either way. You can just enjoy the ride a little bit better, a little bit more high vibe. If you are, all right, I'm on track to my manifestation. This and this is changing my vibration, so I'm getting the vibe of being in it. That's right. I'm ready to be in someone's energy and enjoy it, and like I'm ready to feel lovable. Like, yes, let's keep going on this journey. Then you're not going to keep like micromanaging every single change. Before, I was noticing couples that were holding hands and walking. Now I'm noticing ones that are smiling, laughing, and walking. Now I'm noticing conversations where I can hear them planning about the future. Each time you're gonna be like, oh, look, my vibes are higher, and then when you don't meet your man within a couple days, you're gonna drop. Oh, look, my vibes got higher, and then you're gonna drop. So instead of just being like, all right, I'm loving this universe, keep showing me the happy couples, because I do now know that relationships are a good beneficial thing, and that my next relationship is gonna be different and better and great, and it's gonna be amazing. He's gonna treat me well, and I'm gonna treat him well, and us coming together are just like better off than we were on our own. Um, I don't know. I hope that made enough sense, Aries. Like, but kind of like, don't worry. Like, you're on your path. You're on your journey. You know, like to just give you an analogy, like if you're looking to lose 100 pounds and you've lost 70 of it, can you be in that celebration of I've lost 70 pounds? Be there, like, oh man, heck yeah, lost another two. Oh, went up one this week. Bummer. That's all right. I'm still on the journey, man. I got 29 pounds to go. Versus, okay, I got down to here. I went on an extra hike. Let me go weigh myself. right? You wouldn't go, I went on a hike, let me go weigh myself. Ooh, I starved myself for a day, let me go weigh myself, right? So don't do that to like your love life. Just be like, I'm getting the vibe of it. Thank you, universe, for showing me signs that I'm getting in the vibe of the love of my life coming in. Like, let's go. All right, I hope that helped, guys. The meditation, I'll put that link down in the comments to meet your spirit guide. I also go live Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on YouTube with a show called High Vibe Mornings. I do mini reads there if you need a little bit more custom touch. But lots of love, and see you guys in your next reading.